time.
Can't have nothing else. Anyway, this is Living the Dream podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Sam.
And what are we talking about?
I have no fucking clue today.
It's a different background.
It is a different background. Got a little Alice Chalmers in the background. Is it a Model? Well, okay. So you have it labeled as a Model B. My buddy told me that it's a Model AC-ish.
I've never even heard of an AC.
Yeah.
I've heard of a CA.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently
Your buddy needs to buy it. If he's going to tell me what it is, he can own it.
Hey, he's fixing to acquire 2 children in a short few weeks, so he's...
Why not 3?
Hey.
I honestly don't know. I have no idea what year it is. I know nothing about it other than it's a money pit.
He asked me about the plate. He's like, what's the serial number on it? And I was like...
Don't even know where it's at.
I was like, it's on there.
I have no clue.
I don't know.
I don't really care. It's orange.
Yeah.
It's an Alice Chalmers.
Yeah.
And when it runs, it's kind of cool.
And it's kind of cute. That's about it. It's
an oversized lawnmower.
Basically.
Without the mower.
Without the mower. It does have the capability to be a mower. And it does have the capability to be a hay tractor, too, because it can do the sickle blade as well. I saw that.
Dude, could you imagine doing 40 acres of hay pasture with that fucking thing? Fuck that.
I don't know. I've never been on it.
I'd hook that sickle mower to the Dodge and we'd be...
I don't know. I've not been on it when it's in running status yet. The only time I've been on it...
It moves good. It just sounds like hell.
Well, I bet it did without I bet it did without an internal bearing. Fucking shaft on race.
It still moved, though.
Yeah. So
fill me in on what you're doing here, because I know earlier you were videoing me on a beer tasting. You were videoing some stuff I was doing on the tractor here. I know we're short on some podcast episodes. What have you done without me? And I don't mean that in a rude way. Just fill me in.
Yeah. So I've done a bunch of stuff. Just trying to give the viewers more content. Trying to give them something other than just us 2 knuckleheads sitting here staring at the fucking camera.
And that's my fault for being gone.
Nah, it's not, because we had so if you guys watched the previous episode, the Peterbilt pre-trip, that's where he's been. Okay, so it's been like, this is the first time we've seen Josh since that recording. Honestly,
yeah.
and
aside from a birthday dinner,
aside from a birthday dinner,
was short-lived,
right? And that was it. So the man has been occupied, and we knew that was coming. So I've just been trying to do some things to fill the gap, to try and at least keep content coming your way. Maybe trying to find something, because I've done a video that was titled "Change is Coming," and that was the one with me. Doing the Christmas lights and then talking about some stuff in the shop and stuff like that, which that one seemed to actually have a lot more views, which is why I was recording tonight while we were messing around with the Alice back here, because it seems to be more interesting to the folks, which, I mean, y'all are still getting this shit, okay? This is the original, this is the OG podcast. This is what you're going to get.
Sort of.
The majority of the time. But
the OG podcast did not have Josh.
Well, okay.
And we do need to get those 2 back up here.
Yeah, we do, and we will.
I mean, they're both super busy with life, too. The engagements and buying houses.
Buying houses, moving, all of that mess. So, but they'll be back on here. You will see the OG members again. I just got a hard no on my my proposition for the air compressor. Well, you took like 12 hours to respond, so I don't give a fuck anyhow.
What did he say?
He said no.
Oh, okay.
That's all he said. So I'm like, all right, well, fine, fuck you then.
There's one on a 40,000-pound truck out there we use. Fuck you.
Exactly. So there's been some different things out there that I've recorded to try and get some different content coming y'all's way, to maybe see if you're more interested in that, which honestly, you have kind of seemed more interested in that respect, which I get it. It's a lot to sit here and listen to us babble on for a couple of hours. But that's also, you also have to think about, too, that this was originally set up as a podcast. It wasn't set up to be video. The original concept for this show was audio only. That's all.
Regardless of if it's a true podcast or video, if you find it hard to listen to, throw some ideas out there in the comments.
Exactly.
It's, we don't really get much input. It's just us trying to come up with something to give you guys to listen to, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, we're throwing shit at the wall and hoping something sticks. So without y'all's feedback and y'all's communication, you're going to continue to get whatever we think works.
Which is
not
a whole lot.
Which it's not working currently. But, I did have the blue collar beer review with the Quick Trip Quitting Time.
Terrible.
Yeah, and you stick around. There'll be a short with Josh's opinion of the Quitting
sorry,
Time.
I didn't mean to ruin it. You can only imagine what my response was.
That's fine. Hey, if y'all watch the original, then you'll know I anticipated it not going well with Josh. It's not
good. No bueno.
Not his forte. Okay, it was hold on. Wait.
Not for me. Yeah. What is the deal with this? I'm still lost.
Okay. So, what the fuck? How do you? I don't want to get this out of here. Oh wait, there it goes. All right. So if you guys, if any of y'all are ever out there and you got the little tiniest violin sings "Oh Woe Is Me," okay, we have one that.
I'm still lost. I don't know.
It's probably an older generation thing, but it doesn't matter.
This
it's
80-year-old marker is more entertaining to me.
Literally a violin that plays.
That is so loud in the headphones.
Well, it's probably because I had your headphones here recently.
You need to turn that shit down. I'm not 80.
There you go. Is that better?
Yeah, my hearing aids aren't there.
So we've been Jesus Christ.
Chill out.
All right, we're done. Stay. So I've thrown some things out there. I've done a couple of videos with. I tried to do a video, and I may just throw it out there just as a shits and grins kind of thing, but it's going to be in slow motion with absolutely no fucking audio because this guy is horrible with the camera. But
I'm assuming we're still a no-go on the editing with toes.
Yeah, no, he's kind of lost interest, so you're going to get what you get with me. But yeah, so I recorded over there the rebuild of the propane regulator for Hank, which he's been exiled outside of the shop because he's an asshole. For sale,
find it on Marketplace.
Yes, for sale. Please go look on Marketplace. Price is negotiable within reason. Anyhow, rebuilt the propane regulator, installed it, did a first startup, had the wrong fucking settings on the camera, so you get it in slow motion with no audio. I was really pissed because I was pretty pumped about that one because I had the wireless mics and I talked the whole time, walked through everything, and it was going to be a great video until I fucked it up.
You do like 5 minutes and then you make sure you're just right.
So I didn't realize. So apparently there's a button on that camera that will change the mode really easily, and it's right next to the record button. And I fat fingered the ever loving shit out of it, and I hit apparently the record button and the change mode button at relatively the same time, and yeah.
Damn it, man.
So whatever the hell S&O mode is on a Sony camera, that's what all of that is recorded in. And I didn't find it out until we got the studio lights, and Danica and I were out here testing out the studio lights and the difference that it made between lights and no lights. And I was like, why does it not have audio? And I started looking at the screen and I was like, that's a different little icon up there in the top left corner. Fuck.
You get that on them big jobs.
So, hey, we're a year into this podcast, or almost a year into this podcast. Actually, I'm a year into this podcast.
I don't know where I came in.
And
4th of July.
I'm
that
still
was my first
yeah,
one.
really it was. And I'm still figuring this shit out, which we're coming up on 4th of July again. I am so excited. I am ready for some fucking warm weather. Actually, today was the first warm day.
Today was nice.
Oh, it was so nice. Did all kinds of shit outside. I didn't want to do anything in the house. And I didn't. I apparently I poked a Smurf, which bought a spray tank, Marketplace, and wasn't sure if the pump worked. What did I pay for that? Was it $50?
I don't remember. Yeah, something.
I think it was something like $50.
Yeah, you paid that guy's mortgage.
It was like 60. Yeah, I know. Dude was like hard up as hell. I paid him like $50 for it, which the fucking 60-gallon tank was worth the $50, and it's a tank and trailer and a pump. And I was like, well, if the pump works, great. If it doesn't, oh well. It's like $500 to buy that rig brand new. And
Yeah, they're not cheap.
And I was like, well, fuck it, whatever. So today I got the old John Deere cranked up and hooked up to it and pulled it over here in front of the shop and played around with all of the Smurf blood that was in it and found out that the pump does work and it will build some fucking pressure too.
Does it have the spray bar on it?
It does not, but
Okay,
but
remember.
I found a spray bar
I'd
at
find one on Amazon.
Tractor Supply's got them for like I think it's like $35.
Oh, yep, can't beat that.
No, and it's like I think it's 3 nozzles and they've got like 160-degree spray broadcast or something like that.
So we need 3 of them tied together.
There is 3. It's 3 that are tied together. We just need some unistrut to mount on the back of the tank and then plumb it in. We're
That's all
golden.
you, bud.
Yeah. No, I got this.
I got the truck.
Yeah.
And the 4-wheeler. And the go-kart.
And the go-kart.
Unless you want to buy it. It's for sale too. Very negotiable.
I kind of don't want it to go away.
Then you should buy it.
I might do that, honestly. I'm really kind of growing fond of the little thing. It's
You
stupid.
heard it.
It's entirely pointless. It has no purpose whatsoever other than it's cool
It really
as shit.
doesn't. I mean, the 3-point and the lift don't work.
Yeah.
The PTO might work. I was just using it to move trailers around, parades, tractor shows. Like it. That's all it was to me.
The fucking PTO is literally a pretzel.
Oh yeah, that's why it looked good.
And there's another one that we found apparently that
That doesn't
one
go
that
with it.
Huh?
That doesn't go with it. That stays on the toolbox.
Yeah,
shame.
no, you don't get that one. But the other one that's on the toolbox is
I don't
is
know how they
just
had
as
something
fucked
that
up.
big behind this tractor, and they didn't break that shaft.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it twisted it
Yeah,
big time.
yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I don't know if the camera's gonna focus on it. He wanted it up pretty good though, cause that's a bigger shaft than what's in it.
Yeah. I was gonna say. So this guy right here, which I don't know if the camera will
That's not
focus
gonna
on.
focus at all.
It might. It might look okay. But so yeah. All right, here. Let's do this.
Good and twisted.
So that's one that we found in the toolbox that's twisted. Okay, and this one is bigger than the one that's currently.
And that one's not
on
twisted as bad.
It. Right. The other one is almost like I would almost say
Almost
it's
a
a
tooth.
full 30-degree twist off of axis. So I don't know what the fuck they were running behind this cute little thing, but it was way more than
That
I
had the
wanted.
old 4-cylinder wound the fuck up.
Hey, she gave, but see, they also goes back to they don't build shit like they used to.
No.
Okay, because anything new, that motherfucker would have left the chat.
Yeah.
And this son bitch was riding on bearing races without a single fucking roller one on the interior bearing,
She's a trooper.
and she was still jamming.
Parade's
Okay,
not. It trashed the tire, but she was rolling.
I don't even think it trashed the tire; it just fucked the valve stem.
Yeah, that tire was already junk.
So, I mean, honestly, think with a tube, she'll be golden again.
Maybe.
A tube and some bearings, and she'll be fine.
Some wiring and some gauges.
The wiring's not that bad, honestly. It's just going to be a tracing it out and figuring out,
Yeah, but
the
it's
shit that it's
A
supposed to
total
be.
of 4 wires. Might as well just redo it.
Yeah, but it's all wired together, loomed. It looks pretty.
That's why I said to see if we could find just a harness.
Yeah, but you saw how much the fucking harness cost.
I didn't even know you found one.
Yeah, it was $250.
Jesus Christ. Get some electrical tape around that bitch.
Exactly. That's why I was like, why are you still talking about a harness? I thought we've already addressed this.
Because that was a few cores in. I don't even remember you finding one.
Yeah, they found there's a harness that's on a couple of different sites that it's like $200 and some for the harness.
Wow, we're in the wrong business. Let's
Well,
start building harnesses for old tractors.
Hey,
All 3 wires of them.
right?
3 wires and 3 butt connectors with some spade terminals. Dude, we'd be in business.
I'm telling you, it's all a matter of it. But you know, the stupid thing is though, is I kind of feel like yeah, okay, I'm in agreement with you, easy money, but the startup cost is, I think, what kills it. Like, you know, Trump, help us out here.
What's the startup cost? A roll of wire and 3 connectors and some tape.
Are you going to be a business, or are you just going to be old Bubba that sells wire
All
harnesses?
I'm doing is building the harnesses, dude. That's up to you.
Dude,
You're the businessman.
You're looking at $600 just for startup.
Okay. You sell 3 harnesses, and there's your $600.
Yeah, well, hey, so
You built 3 harnesses out of 1 roll of wire, 1 roll of tape, and 6 connectors.
So we need you all to start buying some fucking podcasts so we can actually become a business. Yeah. We do have T-shirts.
I need to be rich enough to buy the Peterbilt off of the boss.
Well,
or everything's for nothing.
As many hours as you work, you should be able to rat hole some of it.
Shit, I wish. The part I rat hole goes right back into the truck.
Well, you know. Well, see, there you go. It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
So I still don't know what this episode's called.
I really don't either. I was just waiting on you to kind of catch me up here, and you kind of went off on a rabbit hole.
Yeah, well.
So what all have you been doing? Like,
so,
what, have you videoed anything with this? Or?
So I started a video where I was trying to use my primitive tools to bust the nut loose on that one, and it was an absolute fail.
No, it wasn't even tight.
Yeah, well, all I had was a fucking pry bar. I didn't have a chisel or nothing.
Hey, you had it in neutral too, so everything's turning. Put that bitch in gear.
It
locks
wasn't
it up.
moving. It didn't move. It only moves one direction, for whatever reason, which that was kind of odd to me. I thought.
Shouldn't.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't. Anyhow, so I did that. I've done a video where I kind of talked about making some changes to the podcast, where we were going to try and do some video, which we need to get another wireless mic so that we can mic up and do shit like we did tonight.
What did you say those cost?
It was $100.
Okay. $100, I can get some tape and strap this one to me.
Yeah, but the cord's not real long though.
Well, I won't go real far.
But I'll probably just go ahead and get it, just because I want the 2 wireless mics, because I think it'll open us up to a lot of content. And we light that fucking bonfire off out in the pasture. That'll be a fun one to record.
What the fuck, Josh? Yeah, it'll be my fault.
Yeah, well, you're lighting this one.
I would have lit the last one.
I know. So I did that. I want to get some more content of us doing some of the shit that we do, because we don't just sit here in front of a fucking microphone all the time. You know, you work on the Pete, which that's a work in progress.
Hey, okay, this is kind of interrupting, but were you able to drop pictures of Boogie's truck and my Pete and all that shit?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. No, I figured out some shit on that one. So the Peterbilt pre-trip has got pictures of Josh's truck in its current state then. He's made a fuck ton of progress since then. And the old girl is looking good. We'll do some more pictures in this region here of its current state. But so I got that. I figured out how to do that. I figured out how to drop in, like if we find some memes or something along that lines, then we can throw that in there as well. There's progress. It's growing. It's changing.
I just knew you were working on it, and I wasn't sure if you were able.
I'm trying to get something going, because it's like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing this shit, but I'd like to see some kickback from it too.
Yeah, it's kind of it gets kind of, I'm just gonna have to say, pointless when you do this over and over, and we take the time. I can't even say I sit here and drink cold beer and have a good time with Sam, but he puts a lot of hours in behind this editing and posting and all that kind of stuff. And really, we don't have that one stupid video I got of smashing a beer can with a mallet. That went crazy for some fucking reason.
That got more fucking views than most of our fucking videos did.
It got more views than anything we've done.
Yeah.
I mean, flat out.
100%.
A lot more.
Yeah, like
And that was like
21
stupid, just
21,000
being dumb.
times.
Yeah.
Which is why I want to get the fucking wireless mics, because if we're at least mic'd up and recording some of the shit that we do on a regular basis, like tonight when
That was not me.
when we were relieving the bearing race that was in the Alice. Oh shit! All right, I'll be right back.
I was doing a 2-in-1. I was relieving the bearing race and the oil drain pan. But I did not want to put that on camera, and Sam insisted. So I guess I need to get with Sam and figure out if he's put these videos that he's recorded with his tractor. Is that a video he's making on the side? Do you know? Or is it just going into this? So you don't... Okay. Maybe a short. So we'll get with Sam on that and figure that out. Anyway, so I'm sure he hasn't told you guys. So kind of long story short on this tractor, my grandpa is fixing to retire. He's been a truck mechanic all his life, and grew up in the sticks, and he doesn't really have the interest in redoing old cars and that kind of thing. His interest is the old tractors. So that's where this has come up. So he was going to retire this year, and his retirement plan, he wanted to buy old tractors, fix them up, and sell them, flip them. So he wanted to build a shop and that kind of deal. So we bought, the first tractor he bought was one that my brother-in-law and I had together, and it was a project. We sold it. He was interested in it, so we sold it to him cheap. And then he's gotten a couple tractors since then, you know, kind of fixed them up. Hadn't really sold many yet, but he's still trying to kind of build up what he's got. So he found this one in Arkansas and wanted me to go with him, so I jumped in the truck one day with him, went up there. Hell, it was a 3-hour drive, I think. I can't remember where he picked it up. Got up there, it needed some work, like the 3-point doesn't work, the PTO doesn't work. It started and it runs good. The guy wanted like $500 for it or something, and so it needed more work than my grandpa wanted. It was far more rough than it is in this video here. When we got it back home, I did a bunch of work to it that I'll explain later on. So he wasn't going to pay what he wanted for it, and it came down to them kind of haggling over the price. We were fixing to just come back to Oklahoma with an empty trailer, and by the time we got in the truck, I wanted the tractor just because it's cool for what it is, and then the old boy, he come down on the price, so we made a deal on it. So we brought it back to Oklahoma. He took it to his place, kind of looked it over, and like I said, he didn't have much interest in it. It was kind of this thing's cool, we need to get this. There's a local steam and gas engine show they do here every year for old tractors. So I kind of had it in the back of my mind to take it to that. So he had it for about a month, and then he was coming up to the house to do... I don't even remember why he was coming. Anyway, he brought this with him and dropped it off. And he's like, here you go. It's yours. You do whatever you want with it. So that was about a month and a half prior to the steam and gas engine show. So I tore a bunch of it down. Like I said, it ran. So as far as mechanical work, I didn't really do much. The hood was beat up on it. Grill was beat up. So I tore it down. Painted a bunch of it, straightened the hood, straightened the grill, bought a decal kit for it, put that on, changed the engine oil, changed the plugs, a little piddly shit like that. Got it on the trailer to go to the show. I was crunch time by this point. I'm 2 days before the show, and I'm trying to put it back together. So the day before we had to leave, I loaded this one and my 861 Ford on a gooseneck, run them up to town, put gas in them, and we're leaving the next morning to go to Pawnee, Oklahoma, where the show's at. So we get all the way out there. I pick my brother-in-law up. He wants to go with us because he's never been around this kind of stuff, so he's learning, thought it would be neat. So yeah, he jumps in the truck with me. We roll out there, meet my grandpa. He's got his old 8-in Ford that actually, it wasn't the one he bought from us. Anyway, 8-in he bought previously. So we run out there. Of course, we get there. Now my Ford's acting up. We finally get it running. This tractor started and ran onto the trailer at the house, and that was it. Would not start on the trailer out there at the show. So we get it drug off. I drag it to where we're setting the tractors up for the show with my Ford, and it sits there half the day. Then they start doing the And I run from there to Cleveland and back a couple times trying to get parts for this thing because the coil went out in it, the rectifier was junk, starter solenoid went out. It was just constantly something. So nothing's working. I mean, we're fighting it. I'm pissed, like I'm just over it. So finally, we run the tractor parade for the shows coming up, where you run through there. They announce who you are, what your tractor is, kind of what the history of the tractor may be. So we get it hot wire ran. Me and some buddies and my grandpa's out there. We get a hot wire run, hook it to the Ford with a chain, pull start it, and then it runs the rest of the afternoon. Just didn't shut it off. And so that was in beginning of May of last year. So we drove it through the parade. Like Sam said, that bearing on the back end was out, and the valve stems on this tractor on the rear tires are on the inside. They're not on the outside. So that bearing walking, it let the valve stem clip something on the rear end and completely trash the valve stem. So as we come through the parade, I'm losing air. So we get back to the trailer and it's rolling on a flat. So we just drive it right up on the trailer and then load the Ford up. And at this point, it's the end of the day, last day of the show. So everybody's loading up anyways. So we get it and the Ford loaded up. And then we come hour and a half, 2 hours back to the house. A buddy of mine comes along with me and we kick this thing off on the edge of the barn, needing rewired, needing a rear tire, needing bearings. And I had plans of fixing it up over time, getting it ready for this year's show. Like I said, we kicked it off there the beginning of May last year, and it sat there till 2 weeks ago. We loaded it up, brought it up here. Yeah, it wasn't last weekend. It was last weekend? I don't think it was. I think it was 2 weeks ago. When did we bring this up here? 2 weeks ago or last weekend? I think it was 2 weeks ago.
No, I think it was last weekend.
Okay. Anyways, that's what Danny said, but I wasn't sure.
So
it sat there from last May until last weekend, and it is now, what is today's date? February 22nd? 23rd. So almost a year it is set in the same place, hadn't been fucked with, and then I was like, it was shitty weather and we were bored. Sam had a heater in the shop. It's like, you know what? Let's load that sumbitch up and bring it up here. And so that's where we're at now here. So
I have Monday as a picture of it. So yeah.
So I'll fill you in. I was not sure what you were doing with this, if you're adding it, what you'd been videoing, if it was a short you were making, if it was part of this video. So basically, I just told them I would verify that with you, that I wasn't sure, and then I just gave them the history of the tractor from when we got it and how we ended up with it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I didn't figure you'd told them that.
Honestly, with the level of content I have with it right now, it'll probably just end up being some short clips or whatever. So stay tuned for that aspect of it. Throw them on Facebook, throw them on YouTube, just to kind of give you some little clips of us working on it. And then, we'll get more as I remember to record video, and that's how that'll go.
And another thing, too, I have no doubt by May, which is the game plan for this, and honestly, it was the game plan for Hank, but if whatever happens with Hank or another tractor that comes along, this tractor and my Ford will be going to Pawnee. Sam will be going to Pawnee. My grandpa will be there. I think he's planning on taking one, maybe two tractors. So
Hank will be, if Hank is in my possession, Hank is going too.
With a for sale sign.
That's right.
Anyways.
He's getting a necklace.
Yeah. So we'll take it, whatever. But I have no doubt by then we will have a second wireless mic. Yes. And we will take the camera, and there will be some footage shot.
Yeah. There'll be footage of the tractor show. Even if we only have one wireless mic, when's the truck show at the track?
That is the 17th, May 17th.
May 17th. So we've got.
And the tractor show is the 2nd through the 4th, I think. May 2nd through 4th.
Okay. So there you go. So we've got tractor show, and then we'll have the truck show at Tulsa Raceway Park,
which, finger crossed, the Pete will be at. I know Boogie's will be at.
That motherfucker will be there.
Fuck, I hope. Dude, I don't know, dude.
It's going. Y'all are fucking rolling.
Yeah, but I'm afraid it's gonna get hung up at paint shop.
Yeah. Okay.
I can almost guarantee you it won't be in service by then, but I'm hoping that it will at least be there. Boogie's truck will be there.
I think yours will be put together. It may not be, you may not be working out of it, but I think it'll at least be beds on.
Yeah.
and
Well,
lit
that
up.
will be on it.
Yeah.
Just may not have a welder and all that kind of shit.
Yeah,
But Bougie's truck will be there. So even with Bougie's truck and my truck there, you can see what it will be and what we're building.
Yeah. Well, and seeing the great part is too is if they've stuck around this point, then they get to see the progression of it as well. Because I'm trying to incorporate as much as I can.
They're looking forward to something.
Even if they don't, I mean, hey, it's a documentary for you to be able to go back and look at later on down the road. So I mean, it's a cool progress. I've enjoyed it. I'm not even putting any time in this damn thing.
Oh, you have.
And I'm enjoying seeing the progression of this truck. I wish I had more time to put into it, to be honest with you, just to be able to help the son of a bitch move along. But yeah, no. So I mean, that's the idea, is that we're trying to branch out and do some more action content, I guess is what you would call it as.
We're just gotta get the equipment.
Yeah,
you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. So I mean, we started. Honestly, this literally started off as a fucking beer thought.
I'll say it's kind of a wild hair.
It really.
It's not like we just. I had no part of the beginning, but it wasn't like a planned out thing of, hey, we're gonna try to do this and we're gonna try to be successful at it. It was just.
It was fuck it. We're gonna sit around and drink beer and talk shit into a microphone, and then my tism got tickled about it, because the first episode, which if you guys haven't listened to it, it's titled The Beginning, and it's where it's me, Joe, and Tegan all sitting around Joe and Tegan's dining room table. The audio is absolutely atrocious. There's no video, and it just made my skin crawl listening to it, to be honest with you. And I think we tried 2 or 3 more episodes after that to use just the singular microphone and try and find a better environment to record in, which it did get better, but just that singular microphone and trying to get 3 people that are varying in voice and
well, you got you and Joe. You're both very out there, and Tegan just kind of
he's very, very quiet,
yeah.
And it's everything you can to hear him.
Yeah.
And in most of the first episode,
which is kind of how I got to make sure I'm up here, because I'm just I'll sit back here and you won't hear nothing I'm saying.
Right. His volume knob is cranked all the way up, and mine's just barely off of 0. But. So that was one of those things that it was a learning and growing experience for us. Was we had that one microphone and we're like, oh, this is all we'll need, blah blah blah, and then we're like, oh shit, that's not gonna work. So
you gotta figure it out, though. I mean, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, fuck. It's not like there's a tutorial out there for this stuff, and but yeah, we're trying to just to do some different stuff, and we're ultimately the whole goal of this is we're having fun, and we hope you guys enjoy watching us have a little bit of fun. There's some things on here that we've done that I'm pretty pumped about, and we've made some moves and made some statements that I think will stick. And then there's other things on here that are just holy fuck, why did we record that?
A lot of it's we're a lot like you. I mean, we're same as you guys. We're just blue collar guys. We have a normal life, it's so. But it comes down to us trying, for the people that do listen to this regularly and want us to do something. It's we try, but it's we got to try to come up with something to talk about too. I'm very quiet and just keep to myself. Sam, but it's not like we're just sitting around with tons of ideas, or we got a wild week at work. I mean, it's no different than you guys most of the time.
Yeah, and I mean, and sometimes too, I always thought it was going to be real difficult to, and it is sometimes, but it's real difficult to have a camera on you, and even with some of the videos that I've done with just me, it's hard to just sit there and talk to just a camera.
So. You guys, every time you see me on camera, I'll talk, I'll open up. And if you watched that first one I was on 4th of July last year, these guys couldn't get a word in edgewise. But if you ask Sam or Danny or even his wife, Danielle, I am very quiet and reserved. I do not talk a lot. No. And it took a lot of alcohol to even get me and Cody on the first podcast, and then I sat down with Sam and like listening to myself in the microphone. I was like, that's kind of fucking cool.
Yeah.
Now, he goes to edit this video. I won't sit there and listen to myself talk. No part of it. But it's cool to sit here and do this. And before, like, I wanted no part of it. Thought I would hate it. And then 4th of July come around, and we was drunk. It was raining, so you couldn't do nothing. And like, fuck it, let's go sit down in the garage and shoot a podcast. And we had a fucking great time. I wouldn't shut up. Hell, I don't shut up on half of these. But as a person, I'm not normally like this.
No, it's not. But you know, it's also one of those things too that the benefit of this podcast too is that we get to just sit down and decompress, which that works for the blue collar mental health, which is something that we've talked about before.
So I think that's kind of where I'm at in a middle ground with this is, you know, part of me is like, oh, we're doing this for entertainment, people liking, you know, they like seeing this, and the other part of me is like I said a minute ago, you know, we're just like everybody else. If they don't get anything from this other than just something that's relatable and that they can just sit and think about, okay, you know, maybe things aren't so bad, or there's a different way to look at things, or whatever the case may be. Like we're just kind of a middle ground. It may be entertaining. It gives them something to listen to. Just kind of wind down, you know, like maybe ease of mind, whatever it may be. That's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
So we're no different.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I've adopted with this whole podcast is like, even if this doesn't ever grow to be something miraculous, it's not necessarily it's not why I started this. I started this as it was a kind of a mental health thing, and I was in kind of a bad space at the time when we started this, and
it's a way to get out and vent, but at the same time not necessarily get out and vent.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's not like, you know, we're just getting on here and bitching to the camera. I feel like whatever we put on here, it's something that's relatable to somebody else, and it's not just our problems or something like that.
No, there's other guys that are out there that are working fucking 12, 14-hour days that are dealing with the same stress and struggles that we are, because
we're from different backgrounds too. Like, I don't know what he was dealing with when he started this. He knows what I was going through when I jumped on here.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, it's kind of something that everybody can just bounce off of each other as far as the blue collar side of things goes.
Yeah. And I mean, and I've enjoyed it too, is it gives me, I mean, not like I don't have shit to do. There's plenty of stuff to do, especially now that I didn't realize how much shit like there is to owning a house. Like, there's always shit to do. It's like everybody that sits around like, man, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm like, you obviously don't own a fucking house, because there's always something to do. Like, I got a washer that I got to tear back apart again. Not right away, but you know, I should have recorded that, because that would have been helpful content for somebody. I can tell you right now, don't buy a front load.
Do it yourselfers.
Yeah, don't buy a front load washer ever.
My shit's top load. I got lucky when I bought my house though, because the only thing I had to bring was a microwave. Everything else was in my house.
Hot damn, can't beat that. But you know, there's always shit to do, and if you have land, then you know you've got to take care of the land too. Which, you know, like I was talking about earlier, you know, I bought a sprayer off of Marketplace, and it was one of those crapshoots that I hope it's something I can use. But I mean, shit, for the price.
If it's not, we're gonna buy one together.
Yeah, yeah. I can't.
I gotta get my place sprayed this year.
I couldn't pass up the freaking price on that one anyhow. So I mean, honestly, I think the fact that the pump works, I mean, I think we're going to be all in like maybe $150.
I mean, really, you're in at $50?
I'm in at 50. I think
if we put it on the back of the truck, we're nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
well, no, I'm just saying, like, with the spray bar and everything, like, to do it, I think, like, literally, I think we're $150, and we're gonna we've got a tank sprayer.
Yeah.
For whatever we put it on, even if we pick it up and set it up on the back of the freaking Dodge.
Yeah.
You know?
The old farm truck.
Yeah. So, the old road tractor dude has come in clutch.
Yeah.
But,
not this week. Bitch was froze up. I started it and let it run Friday night. I think. Yeah, I don't think it was last night. It was Friday night. I started it and let it run for a little while, but I do need to get a fuel filter for it. It was gelled the fuck up the other night.
I didn't realize that when they gelled that the filter's cooked at that point.
Yeah, because they get like a waxy film on them, and
So then
they're pretty much junk.
Go through them. Damn it, man. Well, I'm glad that I waited on replacing my fuel filter. Granted, I didn't have the gelling issue, but I was like, you had me terrified whenever I bought that new filter. Oh, but I will say, and this is not sponsored, and I haven't done it yet, but the next fuel filter I buy will be from Doc's Diesel.
Cody buys stuff for his 6.0 from Doc's.
And, dude, so it's $77 for and Duramax has one filter, okay? So it's one fuel filter, a little plastic housing.
That's how mine is, the old Dodge.
And, but it's like $77 if I buy it from O'Reilly's. But Doc's Diesel has, like, I honestly think I can buy the filter kit and there was something else for $50. But it's like the filter, the gaskets, everything, or the O-rings for, I think even just buying just the fuel filter, I think it was like $35 for that. And then I think it was another $9 for shipping.
Yeah, I haven't bought anything from him, but I know Cody has bought it for his 6.0, and I got another buddy who has bought it for a Dodge Cummins stuff.
So that's coming up. I'll do that one. Because you know what's funny about that is, so when I was looking to try and figure out how to change the filter on there, because the dealership told me that they were going to charge me $160 to change the fuel filter on that truck. And I was like,
their shop rate.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's fine. But I was like, you're fucking drunk. There's no way I'm paying you $160 to change the damn fuel filter. But then again, I also had absolutely no idea where the fuel filter was on it. But if you look up 2019 GMC Sierra 3500 Duramax, there's literally no video that resembles the underside of my truck whatsoever.
Nobody's doing it, dude. They all got warranty on them.
Well, okay, that's fine. I have a warranty too, but I'm not gonna. Or they're
not factory.
But I'm not gonna. Yeah, that may be and that could be the other kicker too. But I would still think that, like, surely somebody has done a damn video to where they changed the filter on the Duramax. But no, I've literally not found a single one that has the. Is it LB? I don't know. I can't remember what the whole fucking
LB
name is.
Something.
It's LB7 or something that has my fuel filter housing on it. Everybody else's is different or in a different location or something like that. Like, mine's driver's side, and it's right there before the fuel tank, and it's a little dome-looking fuel filter housing, and it looks nothing like anything else that's on YouTube right now. And maybe it's just my shitty searching. I don't know. But there you go. So there's a video there, and maybe we can partner with Doc's Diesel and do a little partnership with do a little promo code if you do live in the dream, get a little discount through Doc's Diesel. I don't know. Maybe I'll reach out to him.
There you go.
But yeah,
I'm gonna have to get one for the Dodge, and I know that truck out there, it needs both of them now.
So I just recently, the old Facebook popped up with Doc's Diesel, and I was like, that's an idea. So I hadn't heard anybody else using it, but now that you tell me that Cody and a couple of other guys
started using it, yeah.
So I'll give them a rip, because I tried using some of the off-brand, because right now all I use is AC Delco. That's the only filter that ever goes in that truck is an AC Delco truck. AC Delco filter, just because I don't think it was Wix. It was
I put Wix in all my shit.
It was some other brand. I went with the cheaper filter, and that summage didn't make it 3,000 miles, and it was missing and doing all kinds of shit. And I was like, what the fuck? Took it to the dealership. Apparently it caused an injector to grenade, or the injector was close to grenading, and
what
it finished
caused that
it off.
is shitty fuel systems in that truck and the 6.7 Power Strokes. That's all there is to it.
Okay, fine.
I gave them something easy to blame it on, but
well, they honestly didn't blame it on that, but I'm terrified now to use anything other than the AC Delco, because I've changed it 3 different times since then, and I've not had a single issue since. So
it's because it's got a new fuel system in it.
It's only got one new injector and a new rail.
That's scary.
and it's got 130.
About time to delete that pig.
Dude, if I didn't have a fucking warranty, it'd already be done. I want to hear it, though. I want that summit to... So I've started using... With all the cold weather, I started kicking it into high idle.
Does it do it on its own?
No. Not... Well, it will, but you have to enable it. So, with it being cold, I enabled it, so it will do it. And I was unplugging it the other morning.
Well, it's not going to do it in the summertime.
Well, no, I know. I didn't know that, though. I'm new to this fucking diesel shit, okay? I didn't know any of this shit. And so I was unplugging it the other morning, and without because it actually has a functional ram air hood, and with the hood open and unplugging it, I could hear the turbo whistling, and I'm going, I want to be able to hear the turbo. I want to hear the exhaust. Like, it's that
I miss the '08 I had.
Fucking...
That truck sounded good. You heard it.
Yeah, the fucking emission system on that truck are just like, they choke it down. You hear more engine noise than you do exhaust noise.
Welcome to the diesel world. It's ridiculous.
Stupid. But so, okay.
Why do you think I wanted an old truck to build as a service truck?
Well, and so here's the other thing, too, and this is what cracks me up, because I started going down the rabbit hole of trying to figure out the diesel particulate filter, okay? So, the filter catches the carbon that's emitted from the truck, right? Well, in order to clear that filter up, they have to spray the urea.
Okay, so they had DPF filters on them.
Right, diesel particulate filters.
Before they had DEF on them.
Right, and then some engines were just getting clogged up and killing fucking engines, right?
Well, they still do that, but I'm just saying there's two different. I mean, there's a interim and then a final, I guess. as far as Caterpillar would call it, it's like they had Tier 4 interim, Tier 4 final. So interim would be like, DPF and all that kind of shit, and then final is when they come out and they put the DEF and all the bullshit on them. So there's more than one. They didn't just went from nothing to everything.
Right.
I mean, there's different stages.
There was progression.
Yeah.
Okay. So I started going down the rabbit hole and trying to figure out like what exactly all of this emissions control bullshit did. And
kills them.
Basically. But so you have the filter, and then you have the government juice, aka DEF fluid.
So now they've got DPFs, SRCs, DOCs. It's not just a DPF filter anymore.
Okay. Well, all I'm referring to is what I know that's on the 2019 Sierra out there, which is it's a DPF that has the fucking acronyms killed me on that one. I short-circuited the
diesel particulate filters a DPF,
right, and then the DEF fluid, the diesel exhaust fluid. So that system with the NOx sensor and all that shit. So once the particulate filter gets clogged to a certain point, then it initiates the diesel exhaust fluid. The diesel exhaust fluid will then initiate a high idle on the truck, which will raise the exhaust gas temperatures to the point that whenever they inject the urea into the diesel particulate filter, it burns off the carbon, which still releases the fucking carbon into the atmosphere. It's just not black.
This is what you all know as a regen.
Exactly. So, just so we're clear, we're going to rewind this just a little bit here, okay? So all that black soot that you guys see out there, that not you guys in general, but all of our liberal friends that see all this black soot and they're like, oh my God, it's killing the environment, it's burning the atmosphere up, oh my God. Okay, so all that black shit that you see gets caught by the DPF on these trucks, okay? So then you have to overwork the truck to elevate the exhaust gas temperatures, which I don't know about you, but elevated exhaust gas temperatures are generally not a good thing on most vehicles. So you elevate exhaust gas temperatures in order to initiate a chemical reaction that burns off the carbon that still releases the carbon. The only difference is it doesn't come out black. So if it's white, it's all right, I guess, is what we're saying. I'm just saying, if it's black, it ain't.
A lot of the black smoke's raw fuel. It's just saying like the old school trucks, but still, it's
Yeah, but still, it's
burning it, blowing it out the stack, constant versus blowing it all out the stack at one time. Yeah, there's apparently a difference. I guess
I don't know, but all I know is that whole clean. If you see that clean burning diesel sticker on something, guess what? It's still blowing black fucking smoke out of it. Just you don't see it. It's the same shit coming out of the exhaust tip. It's just not black. So
and if you don't like that, or you can't agree with that, not that any of our listeners are going to argue.
Fucking look it up and prove me wrong.
Go to a truck stop and go to a diesel pump that's got a DEF pump at it.
Holy
and see
shit.
the fucking
crystallized
the shit that's coming out of that DEF pump.
It's caustic.
Hell,
okay?
you don't even have to look it up on Google. Look up a truck stop DEF pump, and its shit is everywhere.
Okay, so regardless, urea it's ammonia. It is fucking cat piss. Okay, it's ammonia is what urea is, and
Chloe P.
Yeah, it's not good stuff, and that's what
That's not good stuff.
That's what you're trading out for a little bit of black smoke every now and again. And it's you have to and don't get it on your fucking skin, because it will crystallize and it will fucking burn. Like, have you dealt with any of the diesel exhaust fluid? Yeah. It is not okay.
But you probably think Dawn dish soap burns your office hands.
Fuck off.
You saw what I was washing mine with earlier.
Brake clean.
What are we looking at now?
What am I doing?
What are we looking at now?
Looking at the snap. From you.
That's the good. You go yourself all the time. This is the good stuff that won't go away.
The dedication.
That's disgusting. And she's not even going to come out here and say hi, is she? You go get your mother. You tell her to come out here, because my feelings are going to be very hurt. You understand it.
No, I do. I get it.
Josh, where's Josh? Josh isn't here. Josh doesn't like us anymore. Josh does this or Josh does that. I'm right here, right now.
Nobody.
Where are we? Now that the microphones are back, where's she at?
Yeah. So, so again, the...
Where's that? Wah, wah, wah. Yeah. I'm still confused on that whole deal, but...
I don't know how you don't know that.
Bro, I've been at work. That's all I know is work.
Dude, this has been years prior to you,
I'm not
though. This
years
is old
old.
soul. But you're an old soul.
I guess. I didn't play violin.
It doesn't have anything to do with violin.
The fuck it doesn't?
That actually looks kind of like a cello, though. That's what's weird about it.
I play that sumbitch like a banjo. The fiddle. Devil went down to Georgia.
That's right. Okay.
Oh yeah, don't bring her out here now.
She's coming in. She's gonna come out here a better person.
No. Oh, I can't name drop. Attire.
Oh,
Woman,
fuck!
You're gonna lose this battle. You done lost it in the house.
Oh hell! I mean,
I will blow it up right here on both of us.
oh god!
You think I won't?
I almost got it. Oh, I like your tiger stripes.
Play the old fucking dual music here. You gonna get it again too. Sam Elliott shit got the mustache. Now you got it on your hand.
I don't care about that. I care about my legs.
You care about your legs? Who you showing your legs to?
Yeah.
Because I have soccer practice tomorrow.
So?
They're not scars. You be
Tell
alright.
them it's war paint.
They're Nike signs.
Switch.
Swoosh. Let me finish it. Oh, okay, now she's gonna just
That's
let
okay.
me.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
I'll write my name. Like I won't.
Lord.
That shit's not coming off.
Yeah, this is a 1980s marker. This ain't none of that fucking
That's
Sharpie shit.
more real than a tattoo.
That'll be there for a long time. Well, y'all miss
Just tell
that
him
one
it's your
off
dad's
camera.
name.
I miss. And if we could only rotate the camera to
Why
show
can't
it.
you?
Well, I
Thing
don't know.
doesn't swivel?
Well, it does, but it's real hard to do whenever y'all are like in the midst of the battle.
I'm sitting still now.
That's true.
Anywho,
Anywho, yeah.
what the fuck were we talking about?
Dude, it's been everything. But so
It's gonna be a good episode. It's kind of it's
It's
not real topic, but it at the same time it kind of just
it's a
covers
real,
everything.
Yeah, it's an all encompassing. It lets everybody know that what we're trying to do, where we're headed, what we're doing currently, why we doing what we doing, and yeah, communicate, fuckers. If you want to see something different, let us know. That's all. That's really what the name of the game is, because we do have tens of followers. We've got 10 subscribers on the YouTubes. We've got
We do?
almost 100.
Tens of thousands?
Tens.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, which one is it? Yeah, there it is. But, you know.
We got a lot of hate on one though.
Yeah, we
I
did.
don't know which one it was, but
I don't remember.
oh, it was your was it your
Yeah,
union
the
versus- I
union
wasn't part of
versus
that one.
non-union. Yeah,
That was before
one's-
me.
That was so good. That was so great.
Isn't that the one your dad called in on? Or
Oh yeah, no, that the one that he called it on
Was that-
they were yeah, that was the one that they blew
your
up.
dad or Tom?
Yeah, no, that was biological dad.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the Eddie. Yeah, no, they fucking roasted his ass because he was like, he's a union traitor, blah, blah, blah. Ain't no real union man would ever talk shit about a union again, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Spoken by a real union man.
exactly. He's like, I'm a die-hard union member. And I'm like, yeah, and it shows, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're literally showing exactly what the fuck he was talking about. Congratulations for confirming what he said. Good job. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, go back on the Facebook page, look it up, and scroll through the comments. There's like 500 and some fucking comments on there to where they were just like losing their minds over it. Oh, I don't have a.
I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. Oh, she did come see me.
Yeah, it was the fanfare for the wife. Coming out here.
She's still
doing
not
the
gonna come say
podcast.
hi.
She's not gonna come say hi.
What the fuck, Danielle?
She's over there looking real cute though, in her little fuzzy slippers and. Hey, I can talk so much shit because I have my old man slippers on. Okay, so. Yeah. So anyhow, so there you go. We'll. I mean, honestly, we could end it off there because we've covered a lot of shit, and just keep an eye out for some YouTube shorts, for some little side videos on Facebook of us working on stuff, and just know that we're working towards doing other content to where we're trying to give you something more to look at. I'm not looking forward to the insects already being back. Look, there's our first one right there in the damn light.
What is it?
I don't know what
It's gone.
the fuck it is. It's down there. Anyhow, so yeah, keep an eye out. Stay on the social medias. Watch on the YouTubes. We're going to try and keep the content rolling and try and give y'all stuff a little more entertaining to watch other than us just standing here staring at you yakking.
And I'm gonna go back to work.
Yeah, he's probably going to go back to work. Maybe you'll see him here in a month or so. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Don't forget me.
Yeah. I'll drag his ass back in here occasionally. Like, hey, I have food. Come here.
I still stopped and got food.
Still didn't. Whatever. Anyhow. So you want to end it off? You want me to?
This is Living the Dream Podcast, and I'm Josh.
I'm Sam. We'll see y'all next week.
If you're late, you're
You're
lost.
lost.